Welcome, welcome. My name is Ariel. I'm the founder of Travel with Arie. I'm a travel agent and I'm also a travel agent coach. I'm coming back to you with another Travel Joy video. So my team has requested that I make a video showing them how to use Travel Joy to collect agent fee or research fee, consult fee, anything you want to call it. So this is for them. Hopefully, if you're here, you've already decided that as a travel agent, you want to charge agent fees or research fee to compensate for your time, right? So I don't want to get too much into this, but I do want to say that it's very important to be able to charge for your time because time is money and you don't want to get into, let me say this because I did it before, when I first became a travel agent. I was like, I kind of want to get some practice in. I want to, get my feet wet before I start charging people, and that was just my self-esteem, I guess, my low self-esteem talking, because at the end of the day, you're a certified travel agent, you're doing all of your training and your certifications, so you are qualified and worthy of a fee, for your time. And what a lot of people do, since this is like a media-based business, is they'll contact other agents or they'll post, I'm looking for a travel agent, and they'll basically be talking to 6, 7, 8 different travel agents trying to get the best quote. And once you take your time and you put in research and you send them proposals, if you do that, they'll look and see if they can get the best price, and sometimes they'll even ghost you, right? And then new agents get really discouraged when they do that because, that's your time and you feel like, okay, they reached out to me. Why are they ghosting me now? What the agent fee does is it takes away the emotions from that. So you want to charge whatever it is. Let's say it takes you an hour to do a quote. How much do you think an hour of your time is worth? And you attach a fee to that. So when they do it, if they do ghost, there's no emotion attached to it because you're getting compensated for your time, and you just move on and keep promoting until you find your ideal client, right? So this is basically what we're going to be recreating. This is a form that I have embedded on my website. So when they click request a quote, it takes them to this page and it goes to TravelJoy. I'm in the process of updating this, but it's still a good example to show you, how to do it. So basically here is just basically introduction of my business and what I offer, what the fee is. So you want to create your terms and conditions to be whatever you want it to be. If it is that, you need to let people know how much it costs, when they're going to receive a quote, because that's one of the questions I was getting a lot. So let me put it in here. When they receive a quote, and then if you want to add a rush fee, I'll show you how to do that as well. I have some people, who they put an inquiry in and want like a response today, same day, so they'll pay that rush fee, no problem, because they want it. And that's fine too. You always want to, no matter if it's a Facebook post, whatever, make sure you have some terminology that lets them know that prices are subject to change until a deposit is made. That's standard. A lot of people will be like, you said it was this. Well, as the prices fluctuate within minutes, seconds, because sometimes you refresh a quote and the price changes right in front of you, right? And any stipulations that you want to have for your business, you put them down here. I am a huge advocate of, doing whatever you want to do for your business. So I coach my team. No one dictates where you book, how you run your business. So anything that you want, the specific clients that you want to work with, specific places you want to book, anything that you want, you craft your business to reflect that, right? And this is some of my contact information here. So I'm going to go into TravelJoy and show you guys how you can set this page up. Well, let me go ahead and click on this really quick so you can see. Let's say someone hits me up and they want to book a trip. It's loading. So they'll decide, okay, is it 1 to 4 or is it 5 or more, classified as a group? And then we'll go, let's say we're doing a group and we'll do this. And I also want the same day fee, right? And they'll see this right here. They'll go to traveler info. Oh, I have to select one. Okay, now that's going to take them to my inquiry form, which basically gets all the details I need to know. The longer I've been in business, the more detailed this form gets. So I start with where you'd like to go and when you'd like to depart. And I'm going to show you how to put asterisks next to certain things that you think are really important that you don't want a form to be received without. Because without these asterisks, people would skip over the where you want to go and put all the other information inside. Okay, where are you going? So certain things you have to have, right? Where they want to go. Dates are really important. What kind of package type they want. So is it flight only? Well, I don't do flight only, but I'll do flight and hotel only, flight, hotel, airport transportation, or just hotel and airport only, right? Airport transportation only, I mean. You want to know if their flights are flexible. Let's say you find a better deal for them, what the departure city is, their flight preferences is really important because a lot of people are not, flight preferences as far as like whether they want layovers or nonstop. Sometimes you can't help layovers because some cities just don't fly direct to some destinations. Their airline preference. I'm a huge advocate for budget airlines, but some people don't, want budget airlines. So I'll say no budget airline, I'll pay extra. Say paying extra is going to put that, expectation that you want to fly Delta, you want to fly American, it's going to be way extra than Spirit, Frontier, Southwest, right? And then this is the option for them to put in if they have any loyalty programs they want you to know about that could help with their booking. How many travelers, how many travelers per room is really important because that changes the price, right? So let's say you have a party of 6 and they want to all be like maybe in a 2-bedroom suite, or they all want their own room, so that's 6 solo occupancies, or maybe they want 3 rooms for 6 people, so that's 3 rooms at double occupancy. That changes the price greatly, so you want to be sure about that. Then what is your budget per person? Are you deposit ready? This is really important for me because this helps me if someone did not pay the rush fee. It helps me to prioritize the inquiries that I do have, right? So if they say, yes, I'm deposit ready and ready to book, I'm doing that today, right? If they say within the next 2 weeks, within the next month, or just looking at my options, which is totally acceptable because they're paying this fee, right? I could then prioritize my list as to what needs to be done. And this just goes a little bit more into what they're looking for. I asked them to list ages for cruises and even for regular trips so you could get the correct pricing. I know a lot of agents who actually ask for birthdays so they could calculate. I love to know where someone heard about my business so I could promote more there. So if you're like, I found you on Instagram. I want to put more into where people are actually, finding my business. And then travel insurance, yes, add it. I will decline and I'll sign a waiver. So that's also setting that expectation that if you decline insurance, I'm going to send you that waiver for you to sign so that I have protection as an agent, right? And then this just asks for the name, additional requests, and then they'll continue the payment. So there's no way for anyone to put an inquiry in using this link without making a payment, right? I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So basically, you'll go on TravelJoy and you're going to create a group. So if you're familiar with TravelJoy, it's basically the same setup like creating a group. And let's say I already have one with my name. Let's say my name is Lisa today, right? So hi, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you. This will be loading at some point today. My internet has been really slow. Maybe because I have all these devices connected to it. And I'm really impatient, so let's do this again. Or I might refresh the page really quick. Let me close out this. And I could close this out now because I'm done. Let me refresh this. I'll need to sign in. Okay, I'm not a robot. Oh, I hate these. Because I feel like, let's see. Yeah, it never lets me. Let's see. Is that the one? Let's see if that's the one. What is going on with Travel Joy today? Okay. So we're going to create a group. Hopefully it lets us this time. Here we go. Okay. So this group is basically going to be where all of your inquiries are going to come in, right? So it's kind of be something like a landing page. So I put my logo on a cute little resort photo I found, but let's choose something else. Because you could upload a picture from your computer if you'd like. If you have a logo, you could do all of that. I really like this one. So I'm going to select this one. And the name of the group, because this is what they're going to see when they click on this link, right? I'm going to put, let's say my business name is Lisa Adventures. Or Adventures with Lisa, I like that. And you could say consult fee, research fee, whatever. You don't have to even have to put fee. You could put consult inquiry or travel inquiry. Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna start today, and since this would be indefinitely, right? You kind of want to do it like a post date thing. So let's say 2029, so it doesn't expire. Right, so people have access to this indefinitely. And we'll put no destination. Let's create our group. Okay, so what we need to do now, right? This is gonna be treated. I don't know if you're familiar with traveljoy yet, but you could create group booking pages, and you know that every time someone is added as a client, you'll have a drop down right here, and you could select their trip within the group. So that's basically what this booking page is going to be for your inquiry form. Now, let's say you want to send a blast message for whatever reason to everyone that has sent you, put an inquiry request in, or whatever the case may be. You will stay on the All Travelers page, and anything that you post on this page will go to them, right? Any messages you send will go to them. But you could do the trips all separately. And let me show you guys how to do the form. So first, let's go to templates, because you would have to have created a template that you want for your inquiry form. So let's do that together. And I'm still on the fence about whether I want to share my form. I'm thinking about doing it. And if I do it, of course, for my team, as per usual, it would be free. And if you're an agent that's not on my team, meaning you're not sponsored by me, I may put the form on my website, so that if you don't want to do the whole edit thing and you just want to copy my form and use it for yourself, change it to words, whatever, you could go ahead and pay for that and download it. So let's do an inquiry form. I always copy so that I always have the original. And then for the new one, I'm going to put Lisa inquiry form. So when I'm searching for it, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So this is what the regular template looks like, and you remember my template was a lot more detailed. I added stuff that I wanted, took away some stuff. So you have the option to play around with this and do what you would like. So let's say you wanted to ask them if they were deposit ready, right? Dates flexible, departure city, budget, okay? Or how many travels. I want to put it maybe in between here. So I'll do checkbox group, and I'll put it right here. And then we'll edit this. We're going to say required. And the label is going to be, are you deposit ready? And then the options. First option is going to be yes, ASAP. Second option is going to be this week. Third option is going to be, let's say, this month. Or you give them the options to say just browsing. Or looking at my options, whatever you'd like to put, right? And this is where that required is where you put that asterisk next to any, and all of the boxes have that. So you decide. So we're going to go ahead and just save this. Come out. Not copy. Okay. So this is what they would see. So they'll be able to select whether they're ready. And as I said, you could use that as a way to prioritize how you're sending your quotes out. So obviously, let's say if you did have like rush quotes that day and you have a limited amount of time, okay, I only have 2 hours to work my business today. Let me go ahead and do all my rush quotes. And then after work or tomorrow, whenever else you have, available to work your business, you'll go ahead and get to those quotes. So it's basically a way to prioritize. Right, and I need to delete this because I think that copied from the top. Okay, so you have the option. You could change your, let's say you want to do luxury travel, right? You could say, okay, luxury travel for me means that there's nothing below 3,000, right? So maybe you could start here. Could delete this, delete that. And then we could change this. Let's delete that. So allow me to delete it. Wait, let me see. Okay. And then change this one. And we could do 3,000. $3,000 to $4,500. Okay. So yeah, you have the option to, set your budgets or set the clientele that you want to attract. So let's say you don't want to deal with the penny pinchers, the cheap travels, all that stuff. You can say, okay, well, in order to book with me or to work with me, your budget has to be 3,000 and over. And there are a lot of travel agents who do that. That's completely up to you. So this is just a way that you could edit your form, and you could do it anyway. Anything that you think is necessary, that you feel like you keep getting asked over and over by clients, put it in the form, right? Anything that you think you'd want to know. Some people even put in their form, do you want a window seat, aisle seat, or middle seat when you select your flight, stuff like that. Are you open to flying out of nearby airports? Like, that's a good one to add to your form too. So you could always preview the form. But we're going to get out of here really quick so I could go back and show you guys how to put this form into your group. And it's really quick. I'm already coming to an end. Let's go back to this. Automatically saves. It should be saved. We cancel. Let's go back to the bottom of the form. Build. Down here I should have save. Okay. All right, let's go to our dashboard. We're going to go back to that Lisa group. Okay. So Adventures with Lisa, travel inquiry form, view the group. Okay. And now we're going to create our booking page. So the difference between creating a group booking page as direct or supplier. Supplier means that, let's say I'm putting a group together and I'm booking with Vacation Express or Carnival Cruise Line. I'm going to do supplier because I know the money that comes in here needs to go to that supplier. So that's where you'll be able to get like a temporary card to use to transfer the funds from here to the supplier, right? Or if you want to do it direct, like we're doing right now, where you're charging a fee that you want to come to your bank account, that's when you select booking page direct. Never want to do this for a group trip that you're planning, because then the group funds are going to come to your bank account, and you don't want that, right? And again, the booking page is, Lisa's inquiry form. You want to put your business logo on here. And welcome to my booking page. This area is what you saw on my page where I listed like my fee and all of my terms and conditions. That's where you're gonna put your cancellation policy if you have one. All of this goes here. And now we have to go. I'm not gonna spend any time doing this part with you. I'm gonna show you how to put the pricing in. Okay, so this is very important. I know you saw that when I was selecting to move forward to the traveler info page, it had me select travelers. You need to change the minimum and maximum travelers to 1, right? Because what this does with every package, let's say, and you don't have to, because let's say you didn't want to charge per person, that's when you do this, right? So with the $25, I charge it per quote. So if I left this option up to 4, and somebody was traveling with 4 people and they selected the package for $25, that would make their balance $100, right? I didn't want to charge them per person. I wanted to charge per quote. So that's why I'm changing this unit to just 1. So they could only select 1 traveler to pay for the quote. And I've had instances where clients will be like, oh, it only says 1 traveler. Yes, but it does say where to select how many travelers in your party, and you just need 1. Right? Because that's going to duplicate how much they're paying. If it is that you do want to charge per person, I would suggest you could do that. But it gets complicated when you do want to do like a group booking, and it's like you're doing, okay, anything over 11 people is considered a group for you. If you leave it where the maximum travelers is 4, they may get confused and, try to put the amount of travelers, and that's going to duplicate what it is, unless you break down the price, the group booking price per person, per unit, if this is all making sense. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll down here. Yeah, same dates is accurate. You'll get more into this when you're doing an actual group and you want to offer the option to book different dates. So we're going to go ahead and add packages, and that's how you're going to add. The first one is going to be, what was the terminology I used? We could say, one to 4 travelers. And then you could use here to go into detail about, what services you offer. Whatever you want to put into this, they'll see it. And then we'll put the end date as, let's say something. Let me see if I could do. $2027 is as far as it goes. And then the price is going to be, let's say you want to charge $45 per quote, right? Deposit needs to be paid in full. And then the final payment date. We also want to keep this open. Save. So when they select your page, you're going to see 1 to 4 travelers, and then we're going to add another package. I'm going to say groups 5 or more. And here's where you could detail again your description, whatever you want to say. I am post-dating this well into the future because you don't want to have to come in here every week and adjust this. Or someone you try to use your form and they're like, oh, I can't see, it's saying sold out or something like that. It will say that if the available date is passed. So for groups, let's say you did 45 per quote. Let's say for groups, you don't want to charge anything under $100. So to work for a group, and I know people who charge this per person, okay? And I'm about to update my prices for May 1st. Because groups could definitely be an issue or a problem if you're not charging that fee up front, because it does require a lot of work. Okay, so final payment date, of course, needs to be after your available by date. So I'm going to put that for January 30th of 2027. And then we're going to save, right? Now, extra options would be, so let's say you're planning the regular group and you have like, okay, my junior suite's available, the honeymoon suite's available. You have all these different packages. Extra options would be where you'd put like insurance or excursions or anything like that, right? So it doesn't matter what package you choose, you could do an extra add-on. So add-on could be your rush fee, right? You want same day service, I have a rush fee of $20. I'm always putting the deposit amount as the total amount because it's not a payment plan, right? I want my money today. And then just like the others, we're going to post date this, right? Okay. So here's your pricing, right? If they have 1 to 4 travelers, your cost is $45. And if they want it today, they're going to pay that rush fee, which is going to be $65, right? And bear in mind, TravelJoy does have a transaction fee that they charge to the client. You have the option to select down here whether you want to accept the booking fee. If you accept the booking fee, let's see how much it is, right? So there's an additional 1% charge to cover additional risk of chargebacks. This fee can be pushed to your clients as a convenience fee. If you select this, accept it, it means that it's going to come out of your money. If you don't accept it, it's going to be charged to them. I don't accept it, so it's an add-on when they check out. So here it says charge client convenience fee, absolutely. Funding to bank account or group funds, that's up to you. I think I have mine set on group funds and it just accumulates and then I'll check it out as my fee. You could do that or you could just go straight to your bank. And then you could decide how you want to accept payments. I do credit card only. Bank transfers, I've done it in the past and it takes a couple days. So I want my money instantaneously. Even if it's on TravelJoy and I don't get it today, at least I know the client paid it. And if I want to start working on the quote, I can, right? All of these have templates that you could change. You have invoice confirmation, whatever you want them to see, terms and conditions, whatever you want them to see. You could go back in templates just like we did for the inquiry form, and you could put your terms and conditions however you want. Right now, they're just set at default with TravelJoy's terminology. Mine, I think, have at least a confirmation. I think I've updated already. You can add a discount code right here. So let's say you have, one of the exceptions to my fee rule is to offer free quotes to anyone who has booked a trip. So if you're a return client, you don't have to go through the process of paying the fee, right? So you could have a discount code that you have available to your clients, your return clients, to go ahead and use that so they could waive that fee or get, a percentage off of what the cost is. Now we need to add our traveler info. This is where we're going back to get that form, right? So, primary travel info, we're going to go back and get Lisa's inquiry form. Form for additional travelers. In this case, so the way this works is, let's say you have a booking page for a group and you have someone who's going to be in a room with 4 people. The form for primary traveler is going to be the main person putting in all their information. They're ready to book. They're putting in their name, their birthday, everything that you need to book their trip. And then you just duplicate this form for additional travelers so they can add the other 3 people that are in their room. In this case, we don't need an additional travel form because we just need that one person who's paying for the quote. I don't remember if I put something. Let me see what option is. We could just put the same form in there, right? And you have the option to preview your page. So it says you must accept group booking fee. Go back to pricing. I want to edit and go back to the pricing part where it talks about the booking fee. Let's go to pricing. Go down. Okay, so charge client fee is selected. Oh yeah, accept booking fee. It's accepted. So now it's published. This is your new booking link. So let's say you have a website, you want to put this on your social media, your inquiry form. This is the link that you'd use. You want to go ahead and copy that, and you could embed it anywhere, and it's going to take them to this page to put a form in. Once they do that, this is going to populate with a drop down, so you could select their name and deal with their trip individually. And that's how you go ahead and let me go ahead and let's see if we could put that link. So if you did, let's say you did change the terminology and put all of your information in, you could embed that link into a website, click the link, and you're going to see everything that we just did, right? So if they've read your terms and conditions, they want to do business with you and put a form in, they're going to go ahead and select book now. And then they're going to select which package works for them. Let's say, okay, I have a group of 10. I'm going to select this right here. And of course, I could only select one traveler. And then you see that convenience fee is coming up right there for $5.03. Okay, I want my quote today. So I'm going to put the rush fee. I'm going to pay you $125 to put all of my group information together today. Continue the traveler info. And that's where they're going to see your inquiry form and whatever that entails. I remember the only thing that we changed for this form was the are you ready to deposit and the budget, right? And you see that populating here just like we had it in that form. Once they're done filling this form out, they'll just continue to pay. And because I have these asterisks, it's not going to allow me to go through with this until all of these are selected, right? But that's basically how you would go about putting requests in. I'm thinking, I wish there was a way for me to, do, something that costs nothing and go through the whole process so you could see. But it's pretty self-explanatory and easy to understand. If you want to do that for, a penny and see what your clients see, that's, not a bad idea to do that. But that's basically how you would use TravelJoy to create or accept a research fee. Thank you so much. If it was your first time and you stayed to the end, make sure you subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time.